Stop frying eggs so often. Here is the perfect way to make poached eggs like a 5-star restaurant. Did you know that with just a few extremely simple steps, the familiar egg in your kitchen can be transformed into a refined dish, silky and full of fine dining quality? Instead of streaky whites, floating foam, or broken yolks today, I will show you 3 very easy ways to make poached eggs so simple that even beginners in the kitchen can succeed on the very first try. Be sure to watch until the end, because I will give you a delicious recipe so you won't have to eat poached eggs in a plain, boring way anymore. When you want to have eggs that are tasty and safe, choosing fresh eggs right from the start is extremely important. There is a very simple trick to recognize them: observe the shell. Fresh eggs usually have a slightly rough surface, not too shiny, and have a thin white film covering the outside. This is the natural protective layer that helps limit the intrusion of bacteria and retain the moisture inside the egg. Besides looking, you can try gently shaking the egg. A fresh egg, when shaken, feels solid in the hand with no sound of liquid moving inside. On the contrary, if you hear liquid sloshing or feel the inside jiggling, that means the egg has been stored for a long time and its freshness has decreased significantly. With these eggs, although they may still be edible, the flavor and nutritional value certainly will not be the same as fresh eggs. In addition, many eggs may still have dirt dust or even chicken droppings stuck on the surface of the shell. If not washed clean before cooking, bacteria such as E. coli or other harmful bacteria can easily get into the food when you crack the egg. Therefore, prepare a basin of clean water, add a little salt to create a light saline solution, soak the eggs for a few minutes, and then wash them again. This method not only helps clean off the dirt, but also provides a mild disinfecting effect, ensuring safety so you can feel secure in making delicious poached eggs. Method 1. Perfectly round poached eggs. If you want a poached egg that is perfectly round, attractive, with a yolk that runs soft and smooth, try the following method. First, crack the egg into a plate. You will notice the egg has 2 parts: the thick white that clings closely around the yolk, and the thin white that is watery and runs outside. If left like that when dropped into boiling water, the thin outer white will spread out, causing the egg to lose its shape and no longer look nice. Therefore, use a small strainer to filter out the thin white by pouring the egg into the strainer, letting the watery white drip down, leaving only the yolk and the thick white. This is the neat, compact, and attractive part of the egg. Next, place a pot of water on the stove and heat it until it reaches a gentle simmer, no need for a rolling boil. Add about 1 tablespoon of vinegar and stir lightly. The vinegar will help the egg white set faster and cling tightly around the yolk. Then use a spoon to stir and create a small whirlpool in the middle of the pot. Gently drop the strained egg right into the center of the whirlpool, and you will see the white immediately wrap around the yolk into a neat shape. Let the egg cook like that for about 3 minutes, which is just right. Then remove it and drain the water. The result is a perfectly round poached egg, beautiful in shape. And when cut open, the yolk flows out smoothly like cream, very appealing. This style of poached egg is especially suitable to serve with noodles, bread, or salad. Both delicious and attractive, just like in a restaurant. Method 2. Steam eggs. In a small bowl. If you want to poach a whole egg without worrying about it breaking or becoming misshapen, steaming in a small bowl is an extremely simple and effective choice. First, prepare a small, heat-resistant bowl. Pour in about 1/3 of the bowl with clean water, just enough so that when the egg is added, the water will hold it floating gently without direct contact with the bottom of the bowl. Next, crack an egg into the bowl, being careful not to stir so that the natural shape of the white and yolk is kept intact. Prepare a steamer pot, add water, and bring it to a boil. When the water is boiling, place the small bowl with the egg inside the steamer, cover the lid tightly, and keep the heat at medium. The ideal steaming time is about 6 to 8 minutes, depending on whether you want the yolk to be soft or more fully cooked. When the time is up, turn off the heat and let the egg rest for about 30 seconds in the remaining steam, so the temperature stabilizes, helping the white and yolk set more evenly. The great thing about this method is that the water in the bowl acts like a cushion, allowing the heat to spread gradually, so the egg cooks evenly without sticking to the bowl or becoming misshapen. When taken out, you will have a poached egg that is plump and round with a smooth surface, the white perfectly wrapping around the golden yolk, soft and beautiful. This method is especially suitable for a quick breakfast that still ensures nutrition and presentation. Method 3. Use the microwave. Another extremely quick and convenient way to make poached eggs, especially suitable when you are busy or living alone, is to use the microwave. First, prepare a small heat-resistant bowl and pour in a layer of clean water, just enough to cover the bottom of the bowl. Next, crack an egg into the bowl. To avoid the egg exploding while cooking, you should use the tip of a knife or a toothpick to poke a small hole in the yolk to allow steam to escape during the process. Place the bowl into the microwave, set it at medium-high, and adjust the time depending on your preference. If you want a soft, runny yolk, cook for about 2 minutes. If you like the yolk slightly thickened and creamy, choose about 3 minutes. And if you prefer the egg fully cooked and firmer, leave it for around 4 minutes. Important note: do not cook for more than 5 minutes, because at that point the white will become dry and tough, and the yolk will lose its natural creamy richness. When the time is up, carefully take the bowl out. Since it will be very hot, it's best to use gloves or a thick towel to avoid burns. Pour out the excess water in the bowl and you will see a beautifully round poached egg, with the white wrapping neatly around the yolk, the surface smooth and not deformed at all. This result can be eaten right away with bread paired with hot porridge or dropped into a bowl of noodles, quick, delicious, and nutritious. This is definitely a little trick that anyone living alone should try. So now you already know 3 useful ways to have perfect eggs: poaching them neatly in water, steaming them in a small bowl, and finally using the microwave. Thanks to these tips, you can confidently prepare eggs that are both beautiful and tasty right at home, especially while minimizing oil and grease instead of frying as before. Since we already have poached eggs ready, I will show you how to make avocado toast with poached eggs. A national brunch dish loved in the US and many European countries. This dish is famous for its harmonious combination of the crispy crunch of toasted bread, the creamy richness of ripe avocado, and the soft melting yolk of the poached egg. Not only delicious, this is also a dish that is nutritious, easy to make, and suitable for both a quick breakfast and an energizing afternoon meal. First, prepare 1 to 2 slices of bread. Place them in the air fryer at about 350 degrees, 180 degrees, for 5 minutes until golden crispy and aromatic. While waiting for the bread, take one ripe avocado, cut it in half, remove the pit, and use a spoon to scoop the flesh into a bowl. Add a pinch of salt and a few drops of lemon juice, then mash it with a fork. The lemon juice not only enhances the fresh flavor, but also helps the avocado keep its bright green color without turning brown. When the bread is done toasting, take it out and spread the smooth avocado mixture evenly on top. Next, place the prepared poached egg right in the center of the slice. To enhance both flavor and color, you can lightly sprinkle some ground pepper or chili powder on top. The result is a slice of golden crispy bread, covered with bright green avocado and a perfectly round poached egg with a shiny golden yolk. When cut open, the yolk flows softly like cream, blending together with the rich avocado and the slight spiciness, creating a perfect balance. This is certainly a dish that will make your breakfast or brunch complete delicious and full of nutrition. So now you have learned 3 useful ways to make perfect eggs. Poaching eggs so that they are neat and beautiful, steaming them in a small bowl, and finally using the microwave. Thanks to these tips, you can be confident in preparing eggs that are beautiful and delicious right at home, especially while limiting oil and grease as much as possible instead of frying like before. Have you ever tried any of the methods above? Leave a comment to let me know. If you find these tips useful, press like, share so that more people will know, and leave a comment below about your experience. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the kitchen hacks, creative recipes, and delicious dishes that I will share in the next videos. See you in the upcoming videos.